There are 936 marbles in this jar. That's about the number of weeks between when a child is born and their high school graduation. Each marble represents time, 1 week. When we see how much time we have left, we tend to get serious about the time we have right now. There is something about putting a number to the actual weeks you will have with a kid or teenager that helps you see your time in a smarter way. Of course, this is not an original idea. Moses said in Psalm 90, "Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom." At this point, you may be thinking, the last thing I need is a visual reminder every day that I'm running out of time with my kids. This is why we say it's not just time that matters, it's time over time. You don't have to make every second count. When you understand that what you do this week is connected to next week and the next, you're spending time with kids over a period of time. And you know why it's important to think that way? Because it takes time over time to make history worth repeating. By being present in a child's life week after week in a variety of different ways, you are actually making history. Whatever a parent or kids ministry leader does this week that is repeated next week and the week after will have an accumulative effect. The problem is, just like you can measure the marbles in this jar, you can measure the time going by, but not always what it's accomplishing. You can't always see spiritual growth, and you can't always predict pivotal moments when youth will need to make a hard choice. But it doesn't mean something spiritual isn't happening. And it doesn't mean they won't be prepared for that pivotal moment. The best thing you can do is choose to keep investing, to keep being present, and to keep trusting that time over time will do what God has designed it to do. In other words, the most significant gifts we can give the next generation are what we give them over time. That makes what you do this week and next week and the week after even more strategic. As parents or leaders, it's important to realize that there are certain things that can only be communicated, understood, and discovered over time. That's why I hope you never see a week the same way again. Even when you can't see tangible results, just trust that what you're doing matters. This is not just 936 marbles, it's your time. If a kid is 9 years old, you're down to 468 marbles. That's halfway gone. It also means you only have 320 marbles before they get their driver's license. Trust me, when they start driving, things really pick up speed. After that, you only have a few more summer vacations with them before they probably move out. You did know that, right? One day they will move out, and if you've invested your time, chances are they'll invest time coming back to you, at least occasionally. It may feel like you're losing your marbles. But if this is starting to feel depressing, realize however many marbles you have left, you have the opportunity to make them count. With every week that passes, with every marble that leaves this jar, you are not losing that marble. That marble is simply making history, and history lasts for all time. Remember, we will never feel fully adequate because the truth is we aren't. That's why we do our very best and let God fill in all of our gaps. Playing for keeps means you get serious about what you do with your time, and hopefully we can make each of our weeks count a little more when we count our weeks.